So I was going in the rumble strip earlier, and then it kind of went off the road a bit, and I don't feel safe.
With yourself?
Yeah.
You don't trust yourself?
Yeah.
Is it true all the time or just lately?
I was a well-trained child.
Yeah, Esther was too. When you get such wonderful results from pleasing, and you like those wonderful results, then you sometimes care about others' response to you more than you care about your own alignment. And that's sort of kind of normal, isn't it?
Yeah.
But now, do you find yourself incapable of doing something different, or do you still just incessantly care what others think? Because in either case, it's all right. If you incessantly care what others think, they'll just disappoint you over and over and over until you'll finally break yourself of the habit of needing them to understand you, because they can't possibly understand you in the way that you do. So, do you think that's a pretty strong statement, I don't trust myself? Or would a more accurate statement be, I'm just learning to care about how I feel, and I'm getting better at it?
Yeah, I think it's that.
It is that. And feel how much more productive that statement is than that I don't feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty dramatic.
It is. It is.
And not that accurate.
Right.
So now, just feel the difference between how those two statements feel. Mm-hmm. I don't feel safe. I don't trust other people. And I'm getting better at finding my alignment regardless of what they think.
Yeah.
Try these two statements. I can't get them to understand. It doesn't matter if they don't understand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Try these statements. I can find alignment with my source. It's hard to find alignment with other people. Try these two statements. It's easier and easier to find alignment with source. It's hard to find alignment with source. You just keep honing in on it until you gain confidence. And the nice thing is that every time your vibration shifts just a little bit, so do your experiences.
Right.
What's happening around you shifts too, as evidence of the vibrational shifting that's taking place. So now, as we're this far into the conversation, now focus again on that earlier statement, I don't feel safe, and feel how out of whack that is. Mm-hmm. That doesn't even feel like a statement that would be normal for you to say now, does it?
No.
In just that much time. What else?
I feel like a lot of folks, I'm sure here, I get into the practice of, the morning stuff, getting up, going for a walk, getting in alignment, feeling really good energetically, and I have a hard time keeping it up. I just have.
It's all right. Let that feeling of alignment be the natural, flexible thing that it is. Yeah. Let it move from being interested in something, or it could even be awareness of a situation that needs some attention. Don't think that alignment means bouncing off the walls with a big happy grin on your face, spewing rainbow dust everywhere you go. In other words, let it just be that feeling of being happy to be alive and being interested in what's coming next. Alignment can feel like, I'm doing a good job of this. Alignment can feel like, oh, I think I would like to do this. Alignment has lots of latitude and flexibility in it. Don't let someone else's presentation of alignment be some standard that you're trying to live up to.
Yeah, it's just so interesting as you're saying this. I'm just realizing that literally my whole life I didn't think it was okay to want what I even wanted, so that whole epiphany now of coming into this space of recognizing that I can actually want and desire and shoot these rockets that I did have as a little girl.
Well, we can help you with this a little bit. You're going to really like this. And it comes back to, am I in the receptive mode from worrying about something, or am I in the receptive mode from feeling good about something? Which receptive mode am I in? And so, you know that feeling, we know you do, but we want to call your attention to it. When an idea of something you want occurs to you, and it just feels for just a moment like elation to you, you feel really eager about it. Now we know you've experienced that. Well, often when you were younger, you were tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and you'd get those feelings. But those were the days when those around you thought that everything that you thought you wanted had to flow through them. And a lot of them were all closed off. They were not feeling invincible. They were not feeling abundant. They were not feeling sure of themselves. Often they were not even feeling happy. And so when you had the nerve to get all tuned in and all full of yourself and all happy about something, and you spewed an energetic statement of something that you want, they just naturally assumed that they were going to have to give it to you, and they had no intention of doing it. And so they began teaching you early on that you don't get to want like that. You see, you just don't get to want like that. But you do get to want like that. You just got to leave those who have never had anything to do with the path through which they come to you out of the equation, you see. And so we know that you have understanding. We know that you are in a different place than you were then. But you don't have to go back and explain ever again why it's not all that easy for you to want. Esther began saying that after Jerry made his transition, because she was a cooperative component primarily. And Jerry would say, what do you think about doing this and this and this morning, and then we'll do this and this and this, and then we'll go here for dinner? And Esther would say, that sounds really good. And when Jerry was not there saying that, Esther thought, what should I do? What do I want for dinner? She'd been eating the other half of what he chose for so many years. She didn't even really know for sure what she wanted to eat, because she'd never really thought about it specifically. She was really happy to eat the other half of what he was choosing. Now, some can call that dysfunctional. Some can call it over-cooperative. Esther called it a blissful life experience. But now, she's standing in a
We're going to get started about 9:05.
place where she needs to decide what she wants to eat, you see. And we know it sounds ridiculous, but you do develop patterns of cooperation. So Jerry and Esther were primarily in tune with each other. And so when Esther was in alignment with her inner being, she was in alignment with Jerry, who was in alignment with his inner being. In other words, she was not overcoming discord all the time. But it is important to note that unless you have defined what you want, then you have no real sense of guidance of whether you are allowing it or not. And when you think about it, since no one else can attract for you, it's very important that you identify what you want. And you know what? That's the thrill of it anyway, isn't it? To have defined what you want and then to watch the universe seemingly magically orchestrate the circumstances and events in order to accommodate you. To watch a convergence where several things that have been important to you happen all in the same sort of period of time. It's exhilarating to realize your power and your invincibility. And so that's what we would be saying if we were standing in your physical shoes, rather than saying, I've spent so many years not even knowing what I wanted or not even allowing myself. Instead, we'd be saying, I'm looking forward to understanding what I want, to defining what I want, to getting into alignment enough that it occurs to me what I want, and then of watching the pattern of unfolding of what I want. In other words, I'm looking forward to coming to own my own sense of empowerment and my own sense of upliftment and my own sense of invincibility, and most of all, my own sense of worthiness. None of you will ever really allow yourself to feel worthy until you have stood on your own and wanted something that others didn't think that you should want, and lining up with it anyway, and then watch the universe knock itself out to give it to you. Because as long as you're just receiving the benefit of what others think that you should have, you don't enhance your sense of worthiness. You enhance your sense of duty. You enhance your sense of cooperation, but you don't enhance your sense of pure worthiness. It isn't until you sort of defy what everybody else thinks and just stand in a place where you know what you want and allow that feeling of desire to come, and then nurture that feeling of desire, and then watch the powerful universe line up in organization to support you in what you want. You come out of situations like that feeling loved and feeling seen and feeling known and feeling heard and feeling worthy, feeling blessed, you see. And that's what you're reaching for. That's what's at the heart of what you're asking here, in every part of what you're asking.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you all? I love to start with a song, so I'm going to put a little song on. I'm going to do a little dance to hype up your energy a little bit. And if you want to put your cameras on, I would love it. Instead of staring at little black squares, it makes me feel a lot more comfortable and happy. I love to see your face, Nicholas. I love you. Give me 1 second. I picked this one. We get almost there. Can't hear it? Dancing in the moonlight, everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight, dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine natural sight. Shake it out. Everybody's dancing. I just like to move around a little bit and get your energy flowing. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Tranquil Thursday. I am Warrior Spirit. I am 41. No, I just turned 42. I am 42 years young. I am from Long Island, New York. I've been in Florida about 20 years now, so it's like kind of half and half. But you know, I'm not going to claim Florida like that. No offense. I'm just kidding around. But today we're going to talk about, well, we're going to start with gratitude. So if you would like to put some gratitude in the chats, I always believe that gratitude is the key to everything. The more that we can live in gratitude for all of the things, the more that the blessings just attract right to you. So I'm going to start with my own gratitude. I am so very grateful for God, for the universe, for source, creator, for spirit. I'm grateful for my breath, my hands and feet. I'm grateful for my deeply loving heart. I'm grateful for my family, my friends. I'm grateful for Sovereign Wealth Society. I'm grateful for all of my mentors and leaders. I'm grateful for I Am Academy. I'm grateful for trading. I am grateful for my home. What are some things that you're grateful for? Let's see. I'm grateful for God and family, for this family. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I'm grateful for the air I breathe. So grateful for God. I'm grateful for the roof that is sheltering my kids. I'm grateful for MMX Mentors. MMX is an awesome program that my company runs. It's a master mentor program. It is phenomenal. And, you know, mindset is the basis and the cornerstone of success in general. She's grateful for her little loves, which is awesome. So today I'm going to talk about the green juice, which is something I drink almost every day. I don't want to say every day because there are days that I do miss it. And, you know, I don't want people to feel like they have to meet some sort of expectation of doing something the same as me. This is just me giving you what I have. A few years ago, I would say maybe like four or 5 years ago, um, I watched a documentary on Netflix called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. And the gentleman, his name was Joe Cross, he spoke about the green juice and what he did to get his health back. He was fat, sick, and nearly dead. All the doctors were saying you don't have much time to live. It was a very long list of ailments that the gentleman had. And through that documentary is where I learned about it. I didn't start right away. That was like 5 years ago. I was with my partner at the time, and we had discussed it many times. Oh, we should drink green juice. We should do the green juice. I did a cleanse once, and I drank the juice for like 4 or 5 days a few years ago, and it really changed my view on it. And then in the more recent years, I think about COVID time is when I started drinking it all the time. I do try to drink it every day. There are a couple days here and there that I missed. Like, I got back from my birthday in Nevada, where I was moving through nature spots and doing spiritual ceremony. And I hadn't had it since Sunday. So today I got all the vegetables and we're back in it. It happens. But, to start with the recipe that I use, I make enough for 4 days for one person, which is a mason jar about this big, like 8 ounces of juice per day in the morning. And what makes those 4 mason jars is 4 leaves of kale, 2 large cucumbers, 2 green apples, which you want to make sure your apples are organic. Apples are some of the dirtiest fruit out there. And a lot of people don't realize that, like, oh, wash the fruit and stuff like that. But, a lot of times, even when it comes to washing it, you're still not getting the chemical films off of the apples. So, you want to try for organic apples. It's really not that much more expensive. So 2 green apples, a whole bunch of celery, so the whole package of celery, 2 lemons, and then about a thumb-sized piece of ginger root. Yes, wax covering, exactly. And I mean, this is what, like, even if you think of your children, this is what our kids are eating too. You know, and so that's the recipe. I mean, to talk about the benefits, there's so many benefits. And I wrote down some notes, so I'm just gonna, kind of gather some of it and see if I can give you as much as I can on it. And then I'm gonna go over all of the vegetables and like what each of them does for the body and why it's important for this specific recipe. So like just off, when I first started, I was 400 pounds. I was, just depressed. I was anxious. I was many things that were unhealthy. I would sit around and binge watch Netflix all the time, and I really think that the juice was one of the major points in changing my energy and my vibration to make me want to do better. You know, um, One of the things that was mostly was I had all sorts of stomach and gut issues. So I had gastritis and GERD and acid reflux and IBS, all kinds of things that my gut were just in knots all the time. And so it very, very quickly assisted in my digestion. And so if you have any gut issues, this is an actual healer. The doctors and the pharmaceutical industry, a lot of these things are masks that they're giving you and not healers of the actual problems. So the green juice, the digestion, it actually heals your digestive system because it's like a burst of chlorophyll, from the leafy greens that really affects your gut, and the gut is attached directly to your mental health. Weight loss. I mean, there are other things that included in my weight loss because I am dedicated with exercise as well, but the healthy burst in the morning really aided in that. It reduced the inflammation in my body. I was always very swollen because I used to eat dairy and I used to eat meat, and those things inflame your body. My stomach, my hands, my feet, my legs were always swollen. Um, and it definitely reduced inflammation in my body. Like I was saying, it like floods your body with chlorophyll and like plant nutrients. Um, it oxygenates your cells. So like because of all the foods and all the chemicals and alcohol and cigarettes and just all of the things, the consumption that we put inside our bodies, like all of those things deoxygenate the cells. It makes it harder for the blood to move the way it's supposed to flow throughout the circulatory system. So that raw energy that's created, it oxygenates the cells. So it helps you breathe in the easiest way to explain it. And what I was saying about raw energy is a big part of it. I used to sleep as much as I possibly could, and I never felt like I had energy. I would always be constantly saying, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired. And now I don't even drink coffee. None. every blue moon when I smell it, I'm like, ooh, let me have a cup. But I don't. I used to drink it all day long, and then I switched to just a big cup in the morning, and I did that for many years. And we're all getting that energy. I need my coffee. I need that thing to wake me up. I need that boost. And I mean, that's mental power too. But it creates raw energy for you. I start my day with a morning routine, and the juice is a big part of that. It really bursts you free, bursts energy. So you're losing weight, you have so much energy, and just those two things give you so much more faith and in what you're doing for yourself. So some other things like just physically, like your skin and your hair. Like my hair was always so dry, and I mean it was short for many years. I had a fade for a long many years, but when I did, I would go back and forth. I would have it long, then cut it short, long, then cut it short, and never before has my hair been healthier, and my curls are hydrated and they're happy. So I mean there are physical benefits too for you, So I don't use any products in my hair. I don't need to now. And my hair before was just frizzy and brittle and dry. My skin, everybody tells me, "Oh, you have such nice skin," which I'm so grateful for. Thank you. But I think that, I mean, I know that before I started steadily drinking the juice, I would have, a lot of grease in this area where I would always have to be like, like I would see myself and I would, I would get the grease off my face and I would break out in little areas, and I really have, I mean, it happens, but it's really a lot clearer and softer and more hydrated. Like a lot of things that people do to their bodies, you do it without even realizing. You're just kind of on autopilot. Many people we don't eat sufficient amounts of the fruits and vegetables that we really need. Our body really needs. I mean, this is a very, I think we're moving out of it, but it's a very, meat culture. And I'm not dissing your meat. You may enjoy your own meat. But our bodies are not meant to digest it like that. Our bodies aren't like, especially pork. When you eat these foods, they stay in chunks in your digestive system and rot. And can you imagine how that feels for your body? It's like extra weight just sitting within you. So like without that sufficient amount, our bodies don't get what they really need. It's as if our bodies are starving and we don't really know it. We don't know it. We don't realize that. And when our bodies are starving for something, it tries to overcompensate in other ways. Um, Let me see here. So, I mean, some of the biggest things were the almost instant energy shift. Like after a couple of weeks of drinking juice steadily, I was just happier. My moods were shifting. I felt brighter. I wanted to get up out of the bed. And I mean, I do add things in like meditation and grounding and other things to protect my energy. But what you put inside your body is such a huge piece of it, of your health in general. Um, And I mean, I feel like the coffee thing, like ever since even high school, I would sneak into the teacher's lounge and drink coffee. I would, I worked in many different arenas. I worked in the casino for 5 years, and I would go into the cocktail areas and drink coffee the whole day. I needed it to function, is how I felt. I had no energy level. And coffee all day is not good for you. I mean, it's not good for you really anyway. It dries out your system. It dehydrates you, and there's a lot of other things that it does too. Now, there are some benefits that are good as well. But it really depends on what kind of coffee. Where's the coffee from? Where are the beans coming from? You know. So I want to go over like each of the vegetables because I know a couple people missed the recipe, but I also have the recording of this. So the recipe, real quick, I mean, because it's quick, it's 4 leaves of kale, 2 large cucumbers, 2 green apples, organic, please, 1 bunch of celery, like an entire bunch, 2 lemons, and then a thumb piece of ginger root. And so the cucumbers, they reduce inflammation, they hydrate your body because they're mostly water based, and we're made of water, so, and it lowers your cholesterol. So drinking this juice just with the cucumber, it avoids a lot of issues that you maybe need to take medications for. And as we said before, the medications are a mask, the juice is a healer. you know. So, and then celery is just jam packed full of electrolytes. Your electrolytes it creates like healthy heart rhythm. It creates muscle, like where you move your muscles more and they're not like, stiff and constricting. There's like sodium, potassium, magnesium, which are calcium. I mean, all of that in celery, you can Google the benefits of celery juice and there is just a huge list of benefits. Um, and then we've got the apples, which, apples reduce the risk of cancer. Um, they're antioxidants. They're high in fiber. So, like, just for those 3 pieces of the juice recipe, like, you're getting so much that your body really needs and in a burst in the morning. Because that's what really is going to create that energy for you. Which is why I do it in the morning and not like, I mean, some people drink it throughout the day, which is perfectly amazing. The gentleman from the Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead documentary, which is where I first learned about it, he's the one who he literally would make pictures and pictures of it and just not eat any food. And he would go on 4, 5, 12-day juice cleanses where he would just drink the juice. And there's no bad things to where you couldn't just drink the juice all day. And then, so we got kale. Then after that, kale is full of like calcium, iron, copper, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, vitamins A and C, and eye and skin health. So, I mean, now we're getting into vitamins too, to where like if you're taking multivitamins, like yes, that is a good option. It's better than not having any vitamins, yet a lot of those are packaged in chemical. So what you're getting, like you're trying to get good things, but you're also taking chemicals at the same time. So it kind of negates the point. And I mean, we try to do like raw capsules and dee-dee-da and these things, but in reality, this juice is all that you need. Like, I mean, I haven't taken an aspirin, a pill, anything in over a year. I have not been sick at all. And I mean, I used to be sick all year long. I would start out with strep throat, and then I would get this, and then I would have anything anybody got, I would get it. And I just don't. And I mean, the people who I know who drink the juice, it does the same things for them. So it's not just, oh, it's just you, warrior spirit. It's not. And then we have the lemon. Lemon has vitamin C, like jam packed with vitamin C. It's a natural anti-nausea, which most people don't realize. Like, if recently a very awesome healer friend of mine was like, here, Michelle, eat this lemon. And I was like, I don't know, because, and I was like, all right, let me eat it. And I was like, like I was invigorated by eating it. And I wasn't expecting that feeling in it. So not just the health benefits, but what it does to your energy system, your metabolism, your immunes, like it fuels you right away. So like if you feel a little tired or something, suck on a lemon. There's a lot of things that you can do. There's a lot of things that you can do like that instead of going to, oh, I need an energy shot. Oh, I need a Red Bull. Or, like these things are old paradigm habits. We got to get out of them. And it's for us. It's for you. Like you choose what you put in your body, which is your temple. This is the vehicle in which we have arrived here on this incarnation. If you are not taking care of it, I mean, I don't even know what to say after that because it's the one you have. You know, we've come here for a reason, each one of us. So what are you putting inside your vehicle? Lemon. Ginger is the last one. Ginger is really good for digestive ease when you have stomach aches and belly aches. You know, that's why people were so into ginger ale for many years. Like, oh yeah, just drink the ginger ale. Yeah, but drink a whole bunch of high fructose corn syrup too. So it doesn't really work out for your system. You know what I mean? It may work for a second, but it's also giving you poison at the same time. So, you know, that natural digestive ease is a big deal. Like, if I do ever have a stomach ache or something doesn't agree with me, I'll drink a ginger tea, you know, and it really works every time. The metabolism is a big part for ginger too, because the imbalances within our system, you know, affect us on a daily basis. So if you are imbalanced, you know, like our pH balance is really important. So if you're not balanced, then you know you're hungry when you've already eaten, or you're not hungry. You know, your digestive and your I'm sorry, your stomach in general, your metabolism, fast, slow, it alters how your physical health is. You know, and just like for me, coming from 400 pounds to now where I am now, I you know, my metabolism has changed so much through exercise, through the juice, you know, so having that ginger to support as it changes, because we're all healing and growing here. I mean, it really makes an effect on the system. So, like, you know, some of the last few things about like some of the benefits and what it's done, like it alkalizes the body. Like I was talking about pH balance. The pH balance is really important. A lot of us, you know, depending on your diet, is very acidic. And when our bodies are acidic, we're so much more susceptible to disease, to sicknesses, to just even the cold, or, you know, the one thing that I'm not going to say the word of, but the thing that everybody's, the thing, you know. You know, and some of the things for like, you know, beauty and things like that, you know, it delays your aging process as well. So that's cool because I mean, you know, no matter who you are, we want to stay young. We want to feel young and fabulous, you know. So it doesn't matter even if you're 21 or if you're 41 or, you know, it doesn't matter. We all want to stay young and beautiful. You know, like I was saying, it really improves your gut health. It enhances the detox of your body. So why are you laughing at over there? See you. It enhances the detoxing of your body too. So like, you know, the whole doing a few days worth and just drinking the juice will, you know, alkalize your body in such a beautiful way and detox you from all of the other chemicals. I know people like to have some drinks and things like that, and those are, you know, poison in your systems. So, you know, even if you don't do that, there's all kinds of stuff that we get into our systems. Even the shower water has chemicals in it that is going into our skin. So the more healthy choices that you're making, the less things like that you really have a hard time controlling will affect you. You know, I mean, there are things you can do. You can go on Amazon and get a shower filter. It's not expensive, for real. Um, and I think that's pretty much it when it comes to the juice that I can think of here. I mean, like just like I was saying earlier, you know, I missed it for a few days recently because I was away and then I didn't get a chance to go to the vegetable stand, and you know there was some super busyness going on in the last push of the year for business, and I haven't had it for a couple days, and I made it this morning. I made it today, so you know I have it, but my body misses it now. Like, and I, you know, I joke around and, you know, on the Instagram stories and stuff, and, you know, I joke around and say, like, it's the elixir of the gods, but it is. Like, it's not really a joke. It's true. And when I do drink it, my whole body, it comes alive and feels it. Like, it, I can feel the energy when it enters me. Like, it's powerful to me at this point. And it is the elixir of the gods because it's a healer. It's not a mask. So So I think we're pretty good with that. I'm gonna do a meditation with you guys that I've created. And, just being in a million chats and stuff, lately I've been seeing things about safety that have been coming out at me. Like people said, oh, this is a safe place. Oh, I feel safe here. Oh, welcome to our safety. Or, I've seen it in the last few days. So I really wanted to speak on that and meditate on that together. Um, because, we create that. We create our own safety. And, when you can have the realization that you are safe because God, universe, source, creator has you, it's a big point of relief. And when we can meditate, visualize, pray, whichever word you like to use, together, the consciousness is strong and it puts out that energy into the universe. So, amen, Barbie. So I want to do that together, and as we gather together, like I can feel all 9 of our energies together. I can feel it, and I really know that people who are here in this space can gather together in that consciousness. And just that, these 9 people, you can heal yourself and so many others. So if you would like to join me, I'm gonna start with a sound bowl. Hopefully, I'd like to thank my brother. He's not here right now, but I'm pretty positive he fixed all the sound issues on this Zoom. So, cheers to my brother Damien. He sat here for a few hours looking at this computer, so pretty awesome of him. So the meditation is called I Am Safe. So if you would like to get comfortable, you can lay down, you can sit up. If you sit up, try to have your channel straight. And get comfortable. And we're going to start in a minute. I'll start by rubbing my hands together here, and this opens the chakras on the hands. You could take a couple deep breaths before we go into meditation, just kind of calm your energy. I like to do 3. Just one moment. I'm going to put a little bit of music on. Hopefully that sounds okay. So we're going to start with taking some deep breaths, filling your lungs as full as you can. When you get to the top of your breath, just hold for a moment. Exhale into allowing. In through your nose and out through your mouth. All tension flows from the body. Breathe naturally. Become aware of the rise and fall of your chest. On your next exhale, let go. We are here now, together. I'm going to picture yourself somewhere in nature, feeling the sun on your face, surrounded by the love of our earth. We are here, together. As we move, only good things are coming my way. I am protected everywhere I go. I am balanced and at peace with me. I look around at the beautiful faces, and I know I am safe. Breathe. Hold. I am balanced and at peace. I am respected and cared for. Divine protection is keeping me safe. I am safe. I am aligned with the good in the world. I have healthy boundaries that protect my energy. I choose to feel secure. I am enough. Thoughts create your feelings. Feelings create your energy. You choose. We're going to quiet meditation for a few moments together. Focus on your desired creation. You can hold the mantra in your mind. I am safe. When you hear the sound of the bowl, you can release your mantra. I am safe. can release your mantra, I am safe. Now you can stay in this energy as long as you'd like, and you can always return here. Open your hands and allow we're going to start returning. Wiggle your fingers and toes. You may return. Drink some water and hydrate. I love and appreciate you all so very much. Tonight was very beautiful energy, and I'm so very grateful for each one of you and for coming to Tranquil Thursday. I hope to see you next week, and I hope you enjoyed the meditation. And if anybody has anything to say goodnight. I love you. Thank you guys so much. Good night.